Just like that. Look what she did to my net. Morning, everybody. Chad, Adler Farms. We got the farm herd, but it's like a bird herd. Hang on. Old buddy be frothing at the mouth. I know. Let's feed the beefy boys before they get upset. And by the way, too much, too little? I don't know. Oh, you stinker. You knocked it out of my hand. They're loving these ranch cubes. There's a whole nother bucket down here, buddy. Come here. Up. That's what happens when you eat out your buddy's bucket. Don't do it. Hey, come here. What you doing? Come on. Y'all are silly. This is brisket, because he's got that white on his inner thigh. And this is ribeye. He's got his huevos. He does not. And he constantly reminds him of it. Even though he's probably every bit of 60, 80 pounds bigger. Ain't that right, buddy? Ain't that right? You okay? I don't know. Don't let him do that to you. Don't let him do that. We got one out. That's a cool trick. Hey, you better eat. Now the ducks and the bigger animals and the chickens, because I don't keep them, like, I don't separate them. I give a little bit of corn or scratch. See if the little ones like it too. You okay with being out there? Huh? But yeah, I throw scratch on the ground every morning, every other morning. Just depends. If it's wet outside, I don't. But I just want to give them something else to snack on and eat and whatnot. Because the ducks, when you throw the chicken food on the ground, the ducks devour it. They just eat like crazy. And they get it wet, and the chickens don't always like that. So that's why they get a little bit of scratch, the bigger birds. Plus the turkeys. But I learned that trick from Jason down at Cog Hill. That's kind of what he does. Now, he may throw more or less, because he's certainly got a lot more birds, a lot more layers. But other than that, they get a pelleted or crumble layer feed. So I put the crumble in the Premier 1 feeder. And the pelleted, we just kind of toss on the ground for everybody to find during the day. Y'all are so weird. They're like brothers. It's really cool. I know they jump on each other and try and show their dominance, but it's a lot of fun. Who'd have thought? What do you think? Boy, when you're a city dog, then you move to the country. For the last, she's got half a dozen years left. She's only 7. So she could have even longer, but when you go from the city and then you get to move to the country to live out the rest of your life, that's something right there, ain't it? You a good dog? You a good dog? So I managed to get some help from my errands, but he had one condition. It's the same condition every time. Morning.
Morning.
All right, guys, let me show you what I got. Don't know if these are any good. Don't know anything about them. But I take the back. I think the other one in the kitchen is the same brand, and so far so good. This is west, and at night, my kitchen window faces the west. I say at night, like dusk when the sun is setting, and it is brutally hot coming in that kitchen. So I'm gonna go hang that up. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm gonna save it and do it when it gets hot. So we're gonna do something else first while it's still cool outside. So now,
everybody was kung fu fighting.
So now, son of a nut. Now, some busy work. A little busy work. You know, speaking of funny though, you want to see Case's office? What's she doing?
I'm doing a Zoom meeting.
Oh, whoops. So, as you guys know, he's homeschooled, but it's co-op with the local public school. And he's got his Zoom meeting right now. Like, he has to get in and collab. All the students are there, and his teachers. And I just totally interrupted that. But I was wondering, I was like, why is he still sitting in the truck? So, as you guys know, I installed, ignore the trash. At least it's in one spot, right? But I installed a Mighty Mule gate, and I told you I'd keep you guys posted on it. So let me show you something here. Walk with me. So Mighty Mule doesn't provide any kind of bracket for a tube gate. By the way, this thing has not failed yet. The 2 battery system I got going on. But these gate manufacturers, they don't send you hardware for attaching to your gate. And this is working, so I hate to move it. The only thing I wish was a little more stable, because you can see this is jimmy rigged pretty good. If you don't know what jimmy rigged is, it's that. I got a bunch of nuts and bolts and washers and 2 pieces of metal here used for a bracket, but that's pretty jimmy rigged. And this is not, like, if somebody wanted to, you could rip that right off of there. So it's still not super secure, but it's really just to keep people from just pushing it open. But this is still secure. It has not failed me yet. Just kind of giving you an update. This hasn't failed. But let me show you what I bought. Ghost, however, they make a bracket for tube gate installs. There we go. And I ordered a couple. Ordered 4 of them. But I thought about putting one on the top of the goat lock. I thought about putting one on top of the gate lock and one on the bottom. And I think that would be more secure than what I've got going on. And yeah, I installed a Mighty Mule, but these will work just the same. And they're pretty cheap. I'll put a link down below. Let's go slap these on there. Sucker is on there. Remember when I said I was going to save those indoor projects for when it gets hot? Whew, it's hot. That's where my fan went.
That's where my fan went.
Is it hot in the truck there, Nancy?
Yeah.
Where'd you get all that candy from?
Diane.
Diane. Wherever Diane is.
Where are the 500 subs?
She won the 500 sub, and then she sent you 450 pieces of gum. Plus
some big Kit Kats, like the extra large ones, which are super good. We stuck them in the freezer. Love them. Me and Dad both do. And she sent us these, like,
toy iPad for Adler.
Yeah, like a toy iPad for Adler, and a like friendship charms for me and Dad. Like, they go on your keychain.
Very cool. All right, well, I'll leave you to your schoolwork.
Okay.
Don't.
Hey, she also sent a really cool book about, like, Star Wars facts.
Yep, and a handwritten note, which we love.
Yes.
So thanks, Diane.
Thank you, Diane.
I'll leave you alone. Don't get too stressed out.
I'm doing schoolwork.
Don't get too stressed out.
I'm trying not to.
So I think I got it here. First, we need to check the limits. That's right. You guys know me. I always have to give credit where credit is due. That tip on these brackets came from Josh over at Stoney Ridge. I messaged them when I went down this automatic gate opener venture and said, hey, what do I do? What do I buy? What's the best? Da-da-da. And Josh had this idea, no matter which system you go with, was to use muffler clamps to attach to the tube gate. So when he said that, I was like, huh, that makes sense. Because what I had on there, you can't tighten down beyond a certain point. It's just not possible. But I thought, man, surely somebody, one of these gate companies has come up with a bracket that's basically a muffler clamp. Now, muffler clamps are real easy to find. Can you guys even see me? Muffler clamps are real easy to find. Sure enough, Ghost has made some. And they work with either gate. As you can see, this is not Ghost. And it even works for the automatic gate lock. And I'll bet you it works for Ghost, if it works for Mighty Mule, since Ghost makes them. But anyway, there's your fun gate update for the There's your fun gate update for the day. Thanks, Josh. Appreciate you, buddy. It's kind of hard for me to stand right here and then talk to y'all there and not be in the way of the camera. So basically I just bought some blinds. And since you guys enjoy watching me dig holes and set fence posts, I figured you'd like watching me hang blinds too. I don't know anything about this brand. Don't know at all. Might be good, might be terrible, but it is so hot coming in this window that I waited until almost end of September when we've lived here since a week before Father's Day when the sun was at its hottest to hang these blinds, but it's time. Trying to be helpful. I can tell. Where's it at? Trying to be helpful. He thought that I measured the jamb of the window and it was 25 inches, but it's not. He wrote IM, which I assume means inside measurement. Well, if it was 25 inches inside measurement, meaning from here to here, if that was 25 inches, you'd want to cut these to 24 and a half. And that's what he did. That way you have a 1/4 inch on each side. Well, that's not, I measured, I knew what I needed. I needed 25 inches. He was trying to help, it is what it is. But now I gotta go all the way back to Lowe's, which is not a huge deal, but now you guys can see though why I don't want a solid, there's the deck post I have to take out still. Now you can see though why I don't want a solid shade here, because we have a beautiful view of the farm. But here in about 30 minutes, when that sun just crosses, that's my overhang on my roof. When the sun gets that side of the overhang, it is hot as blazes in here. So we gotta have a shade. Swap this light out too. That's nasty. You guys ever wonder why these little lat kits are so cheap? 20 bucks for two of, like I have 2 of these, so I got another one I can put somewhere else in the house. But the reason they're so cheap is because they don't come with bowls. I gotta make sure this works before I button all this up. The breaker was not off because when things are pigtailed, like this was, like when it's like an afterthought. You don't typically have to turn the breaker off. The switch, which gives the pigtail power, acts as a breaker, but I should say it doesn't, it don't act in a breaker in a sense that it's gonna keep you from, you know, shocking the heck out of yourself. But if it's not on, it's like not having the breaker on. Hi, dog. Boom. Even casts a nice little shadow over that sweet stain right there. But this is part of the kitchen, so when we do that ceiling, we'll take care of that. I can't show you too much though, but some of you were asking though, why is it Adler Farms and not Case Farms or Doss Farms or something like that? And remember I mentioned we actually have Case Customs where we used to build furniture for folks. Check this out. Looky there. Pretty cool, huh? No, this was a practice. We bought an iron, like a branding iron, and this is a practice run on a table we built for Case, but we'll show you that table later. All right, so I know it's kind of dark in here. I don't know if I'll be able to lighten that up in post or not, post editing, but I took back the blinds that the young fella cut. I say young fella, he's a college student. But I took back the ones that he cut to the wrong size and picked up new ones. And I didn't have him cut them at all because they're actually 27. And the window, as I mentioned, is like 25 and a half. Or I don't know if I mentioned or not, but the inside dimension, what I wanted was 25-inch long blinds, okay? But Case reminded me while we were at Lowe's, we have a camera right here. And I'll link it down below. I love this little thing. It's from Wise, W-Y-Z-E. We've got 2 or 3 of them all over the house pointing out windows. And they do pretty good. Now they're almost worthless at night because the infrared bounces off the glass back into the lens and you can't see anything. But I'm more worried about the day, just being able to see who's outside, if the pigs are in the fence, that kind of thing. But anyway, it's not a camera review video. But what I want to do, since Case reminded me that we have that camera right there, I actually want to hang the blinds up here. Can I get away with hanging them up there? I might be able to. Assuming this window's got a header, I'd really like to hang these up high so that when it drops down, if you can see, it doesn't disturb our camera when I put the blinds down. So let's do that real quick. Now, it might drive some of y'all nuts, but, well, give me a second. Let me finish the rest of it, and I'll show you. But keep in mind, too, we're going to replace these windows when we side the outside of the house, which we're talking, unless YouTube starts slinging big money my way, we're talking a year or so. Thankfully, I've only got 1, 2, 3. I've got one window this size. One there, one there. I've got 3 windows that are 48 by 48. This one, which is like a 3 foot by 2 foot. And then I've got the big picture windows up front. So it's not going to be a huge expense. The expense will be siding the outside of the house. But all in due time. Definitely not complaining. I'm missing some pieces. I gotta ask Case where they're at, but cool is that? I dig it. I like it. Doesn't mess up the camera. And it's going to block that afternoon sun really well. All right. That's it for right now. I'm taking a break. I'm tired. I'm calling it a day on this one. For now anyway. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I've got some things I need to do tonight that will be the end of a video you'll see a couple days from now, so it'll all make sense, but I'm calling it on this one. Y'all be good, don't work too hard, God bless. Thank you as always for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. My boys and I sincerely appreciate it. Y'all be good. Deuces.